Perfect. All right. Well, what is going on, everyone? It's Hayden here, and today we are going to be doing a live Q&A with you guys. A lot of you guys had a lot of questions when it came to social media marketing, and how to get clients, all that fun stuff. So we are both live on Instagram Live, along with live on YouTube. If you guys would like to check us out on YouTube, any of you who are subscribed to me should just be able to go over to my channel and actually see that right now. If not, the link to my YouTube channel is in the description on my Instagram, actually. So you can go through there and head over to YouTube Live if that's where you would like to check it out. First, checking us out on Instagram. So our first question came in off Instagram Live, which was, for you, I'll ask you right now, how did you learn what you've done through, like, what type of learning have you done to figure out everything that you know how to do?
For me, okay, it's a mix of both practice, right, and reading books. So I've read a lot of books about selling. I actually paid money to be into a company to just tell them, let me sell for you on the phone, give me the leads, put me in the room, let me sell, right? If I make money, I'll get a cut. If I don't, I'm not getting paid anyway, right? So it was a win-win situation. Keep trying, I keep failing. 16 days actually, I didn't make one call, I didn't make one sale, it was a complete failure. And then when I started to improve my script, when I read more, when I learned more, I made about $7,000 in one day, just when I formulated a good script that works, right? And it kept on scaling from there. And that's about it. Just learn stuff, and then you try and apply it into the real field.
So when you were learning, and what business were you working for? Like, what type of sales were you doing at the time?
So right now it's kind of funny because I live in Egypt, right? Which is like about 7,500 miles away from Canada, which is really funny at this point. But like, my options were extremely limited. So I got my start in the stock market because it was like the only option on the table.
Yeah.
Right. I got pitched. Some dude pitched me, let's go to the Dubai stock market. It's really like bombing right now. We could do some damage. But I was like it was like a sophomore year in college, right? That's not somebody you want to hire.
Yeah.
Especially from Egypt, right? That's a third world country. That doesn't sound fancy. But they gave me a chance, and it paid off.
So let's get right into it. I'll just answer one quick question here. One person asked, what books do you recommend? I don't know if you're a huge book guy. I know I'm not personally a huge book guy, but I think you said that you've read a couple books.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I read a god-awful amount of books. I think I told you before, I went in 700-ish books deep so far.
So what would be, if you just had
a
top 3 books for entrepreneurs and for anyone looking to get into sales more, what would be your top 3 books?
Okay, my top 3 books. That's a lot to pick from. Okay. There's a book called Dan Kennedy, The Ultimate Sales Letter. Now, do you guys know something called copywriting? Now, copywriting is salesmanship in print, right? This teaches you both copywriting and the art of how to captivate the attention span and answer all the questions of the customer in one sitting. Like, it's not gonna be, okay, can I come like the next Wednesday? Like, will the other people be here? Can we talk more? That's bad. You wanna make it so when you pitch once, you pitch to the call maker, and end of discussion. It's a yes or a no. Don't waste my time. Keep going. Right? So that's a big one. The second one would be Neil Strauss, The Game. This is massive. Now, it's on a dating niche. I know that, right? Because we're not getting into the whole thing, right? That was a long-ass seminar. But the amount of social interactions included in that book, pay attention to the technicalities, right? That's how you want to structure all your deals. That's how you want to talk life. Because you'll see that in the book, he ends every single page, not chapter, every single page ends with a cliffhanger. You want to flip the page. It's like, well, what do you mean I can get a chick without even talking to her? It's like, what the fuck? Right? That's exactly where you want to be at, right? Every single promise you make to the client, you want to end it with a cliffhanger. So it's like, I'm not you can't go and say, I'm gonna get you 1,000 leads next month. That's stupid. Make it sound intrinsic. Make it go like, you'll see how many leads you'll get next month. So, wait,
Okay.
what? Right? So these two books especially are a must read.
So let's go over those two again. What were the two called?
Oh yeah. So it's Neil Strauss, The Game, and Dan Kennedy, The Ultimate Sales Letter.
So Neil Strauss, The Game, and Dan Kennedy, The Ultimate Sales Letter?
Ultimate Sales Letter, yeah.
Perfect.
Right.
Now, when it comes to gaining new clients, I get questions all the time. People have a hard time when it comes to doing their sales pitch, and they don't know how to answer rejections when a client's saying, like, or when you're pitching and somebody says, oh, I don't need that, or that's not something for me. What are some of the top suggestions you would give somebody, or kind of lines to give them at that point?
Okay, so there's multiple approaches to pitching, right? Because even me, I've been in a sales room of like 50 people. I've had the liberty of checking out multiple successful salespeople, and I've seen that there's multiple approaches. Most work, right? It's just what's perfect for you. So I'm the kind of guy that is extremely aggressive on a sales call. Like, the client actually tells me, dude, you're just coming on too strong, calm down, just ease a bit. But that's exactly where I want them to be. I want them to be knocked to the curb. That's the perfect position for me. So when he tells me, for example, no, that's not something I'm interested in, I go rude. Like, rude is my to-go solution for this. So I go like, oh, I'm sorry, like, getting clients is not interesting for you? My bad. You're not in it for the business. You're opening obviously a charity. My bad. Sorry. I don't have to go now. And he goes like, wait, what do you mean a charity? Dude, I'm making money. The hell you are. You're not on social media. You have bad SEO. Your site looks like it's a barn, right? Well, what do you mean you're not interested? Like, you are. I picked you. I'm on a call with you right now because you need my help. If I see that you don't need my help, I'm not even gonna be on the call. Why would I sell you something you don't need? You just throw me off in a couple of months.
Yeah.
That's not good business for you or me, right? And it's more important to me to maintain my reputation on a media managing agency than it is to get a couple of $1,000 from you. How much do you think I make? Now, this is a bit of a sales protocol. Now, you've never actually lied so far. You've never said, like, I'm making $500,000 a month. You've never self-aggrandized or anything like that. But you made it sound like, dude, do you know who I am? You know, one of these people.
Yeah.
I never lied. I didn't say who I am, right? So put him in the same spot. Like, I don't have the time, I don't have the energy to waste around going left and right doing useless stuff. I want to build my own name. I have a name to keep. He's gonna want to talk to you at this point. Now, one of the most rejections I get from my clients when they sign up at the beginning is like, dude, this is too much, right? Because my fees are relatively high, 10K a month plus. Like, I have a guy that pays me 25 to talk to me for like 5 hours a month ish, around that time. There's a very easy, like, there's a complicated way to go about it, and it's more effective, but the easy way to go about it is compared to what? Mm-hmm. Right? It's expensive compared to what? It's like compared to other people. Okay, other people are not you, right? Let me tell you something. Most of you guys, I'm guessing with Hayden, you've been to the Ty Lopez social media marketing program and all that. Why would you pay Ty $1,000 to teach you this stuff, but not pay, let's say Hayden, right? He's starting out like you guys, but you wouldn't pay Hayden $1,000 to teach you the same stuff. Like, Ty's not gonna go magic. He's gonna teach the same info. That means the technical info is not that much. It's not worth that much. It's not on the technical info. It's because
I get what you're saying. So what you're trying to bring up right now is the fact that I could teach you. I've learned everything. I could teach you the exact same things. I could regurgitate it, but
exactly.
nobody would pay $1,000 for me to teach them that, but they would pay somebody with a bigger name to teach them that. So
exactly, it's just like the Trump name, you know, because like Trump builds a tower next to some other dude, right? Now they're both the same material, the same iron. It's not like he's, you know, sprinkling fairy dust on it. It's just the fucking house, and he's selling it for like $200,000 more. Why?
So then how is it that
nothing in between? It's intrinsic value.
So how is it that they perceive that value then? So if they're going to
so let's add a sprinkle to it, right? The best way to go about this is niche. But there's a trick to it too. So like when I go niche, I go to, let's say, a plastic surgeon, because like you do a boob job for somebody, that's $8,000-ish if he's worth his salt, right? So if you get one client a month, that's well worth the money. He wouldn't even argue with you. So if you go and tell him, I'm a guy and I do the Joe Blow plumbing, and I do the Christine's jewelry, and I'm everywhere, that's not appealing to me.
Yeah.
Right? Now, some people may perceive that as successful, you're everywhere, but most people go like, you don't know the regulations, right? There's medical laws, there's stuff you can't say, that he doesn't believe in you to be applicable for his niche. But if you go and just say names of other doctors, like, I'm the medical guy, I'm the guy that gets doctors, hi, I have the strategy, I have the action plan, the 1, 2, 3, like 100% guaranteed way to get you to the top, okay, now I'm interested, now I'm talking to you. Now, the trick is, you don't have to be really niche, you just have to appear niche. So for me, when I was here and trying to get clients in the US, I set up multiple landing pages to each its own video saying, hi, I'm a consultant for the chiropractic doctors, and the other one going, hi, I'm a consultant for the financial advisors niche. So it just has to appear to him that your niche down to just you. Your guys are my target. I have the info for you. I know the ins and outs. I can practically, at this point, because I work with tons of dentists, I can like perform an operation on you right now, and you would walk out frankly fine.
Okay.
So this is how much they need to believe in you, because I was talking his language. There was a lot of terminology from his side.
So then,
that's it.
But for people then who are just starting out, who have 0 clients, they're trying to get their first client, they don't have any other background when it comes to that. So do they then just do a bunch of research on that? Like, how do they then perceive that value to a new niche? So let's say they start a new niche in, they're going to do jewelers. So we'll just say that because that was on our top 5 social media marketing niche PDF that I gave out. So what would they then do to perceive that value? How would they get that client right off the bat to believe in them and believe in their services?
So for me, I would go like, let me tell you something. Okay, all you have to do is convince him that you're worth the money, right? It's all about the client. It's not about the actual work. That's the magic to it. Mm-hmm. Because I can go right now to a client, I can close the deal, and I'll do 0% of the work. I'll go call. I saw your video about outsourcing to this guy, Alfred, right? I can have a guy, right? A guy, and take this account, do whatever you do. I don't need to know the technicalities whatsoever. I just need the client to believe that I know. So if I go in cold, I've never been there, he doesn't know me, I don't have a name, I don't have a penny to my name even, I'm going in with a t-shirt, not even a suit and stuff like that, right? Yeah. And I'm saying I'm the dude for the job. Here's how I go about it. I convince him that I have a strategic plan, and it's all about the terminology used, right? Mm-hmm. Don't go like, I have a sick plan. Oh yeah, he's gonna go kick you out the curb, right? Yeah. That's not something someone wants to hear. But if you have, hi, Mr. Rick, I have a strategic plan, the 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Now, first of all, we're gonna do a Facebook campaign, and we're gonna acquire around 1,000 customers, and we're gonna use those to pivot to the next goal point, which we're gonna like just make it sound fancy. But here's the key: it's all about the deliverable. Let me give you an example. If I'm a restaurant owner, I don't give 2 shits in heaven if, like, I have a page that has 100,000 likes, because nobody can know where they're coming from, right? I can get you today 100,000 likes from the Philippines, from China, from stuff like that. How much is it gonna cost? $1,000 at the most, pennies. That's nothing. But to a restaurant owner, when you say I can get you a page that's gonna be like maybe 2,000, 5,000 likes in the near future, in like 5-6 months, right? And these people, we can get at least 1,000 of them to your restaurant on a monthly basis. Now you're talking money. Now you're talking green stuff. That's exactly where you want to take them. The client's the money. How you can get more. If you stray from that point, if you go like, I'm the best guy that edits photos to put on Facebook, he doesn't give a shit. That's not a way to go about it. You need to talk his language. I'm talking money. Mm-hmm. What can you do for me to increase my bottom line? That's it.
So then, now they've convinced them. So let's say they've said that. They're like, okay, you know what? I can get you this. I can get you all this. I can get you these new clients. I can get you 1,000 people in here a month. But then, how do they then actually do that? How are they then going to go about it? So I know a lot of people, they have an idea of what they're going to do. So if you're making all these promises, how are you making sure that you're then following through and really providing that value? I mean,
Okay,
I know
so
that's a
personally,
pretty in-depth question, because I know that could go 1,000 different ways. There's a ton of different things people need to be doing to increase that. But I guess just to sum it all up, well, we'll just kind of sum up the last one. So for those of you who just joined, I asked him, how is it that people going to new or who are brand new to social media marketing, who want to get new clients, how is it that they go about getting those new clients? And we said that you need to provide them a lot of value. You need to say, hey, I'm going to be able to get you X amount of X amount of customers. I'm going to be able to, bring in all this revenue and all this stuff. But then how is it that they then go about that afterwards? After say they've got the client and they've got the pitch down and they're like, okay, you know what, I'll give you a chance. Let's just prove it. Where are they going from there?
Okay, so it's all about here fulfilling the promise. You mean? Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, don't overpromise, right? That's. Have you ever heard of something called the Damascene sword?
No.
Right. The Damascene sword is basically a sword that gets hanged in the air above the king's throne, and they put up anybody who wants to be a king. You can go and be a king, right? And you'll sit on the throne. You'll manage the people, but at any second, the sword is gonna fall off on your head. That's the same feeling you need to have when you're making promises, because each promise is a sword above your head, and it's gonna fall down on you any single time. If you're not prepared for it, you're gonna get fucked. Like, there's no fancy, nice, easy to choose way to go about this. But if you make a promise and you can't fulfill, he's gonna forget all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Think of it like Amazon. If they say, like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna get you this 2 days, and we're gonna be there and all that stuff. Even if you got that best product, that best customer service, if it's 2 days and 5 hours, you're gonna call them, you're gonna get pissed at them.
Yeah.
Right? Because they made a clear and loud promise and they violated it. Despite anything else, now I'm pissed. So you don't want to be in that position. So before you make anything, don't overpromise. Always say, we'll do the best we can. It's all variables. I don't own Facebook, right? My dad didn't invent Facebook, but we are going to put in the best effort. We are going to keep you involved, right? And there are minimums that we can deliver, which is like 10 to 50 to 100, depending on your skill set and your experience of clients. We're going to deliver that monthly. So about the payments, the easiest way to actually ease their pain is, if you are capable, if you have that financial stability to offer something like this, is to go like, I'll work with you for free for X amount of days or month, or just up to you, right? So for me to land that like giant ass 25K a month client, I told him I'll work for you for free for a month. And I'm like, this month I could have generated around other 20K myself, guaranteed. Why would I risk it to get one guy? Because I believed so hard that this guy needs my help. I saw the path I can do, the 1, 2, 3 to take him to this point, and it's gonna bring the value to me and to him. It was a done deal. There was no going around about it. So this is how you want to go. One more thing, if you are really serious, if you are in it for the long haul and the big money, because I'm all about the big money personally, you ask him to go with you in a revenue share avenue. In other words, I will get zero money upfront from you. I will get zero money monthly from you, but I'll pay from my own pocket to get the customers to you, and we'll share a percentage of the revenue. Now you can go about equity, royalty, or rev share. That's up to you. Personally, like I go the royalty deal, because royalty is always, it's cash, right? He's not gonna piss you off about, oh, we have equity, oh, we have like taxes, we have employees and insurance. Don't get like haggled and all that. Just royalty. We made $100,000 this year. Give me 5 or 10 or whatever it is, your percentage of the royalty, and it's done. This is the best way to go if you like trust yourself. If not, get the monthly deal, figure things out. When you get pro, head to the royalty deal.
How about it? I got a question on here that says, how do we know how many customers we are going to be able to get them? So before you, like you said, don't make false promises, but you have to at least say that you can get them something. How do people roughly know that what they're going to be able to provide the person? Because like you said, I know that I'll kind of answer this a bit. If you're in a niche, you'll have a higher chance of knowing about what you're going to do. Obviously not for your first client, but once you get several other clients, you'll know. You'll kind of have an idea of what you're able to do. But if not, then you're going to have to kind of, for the first month, I guess you, like you said, work for free and just say, I don't know how many people we're going to be able to get, but I know that I'm going to generate revenue. I know I'm going to be able to bring people in let me do it for free for a bit. I'll show you. We'll see how many people we can get in. And I think that that's kind of how you have to go about when it's you're in your first client, that you're just going to have to go through it and kind of, honestly, not wing it, but, you know, see where it goes and see how much revenue you can bring for them and how many clients you can bring in, see how many people are interested in this niche. And then when you go to the next customer, you're going to have a much better idea of telling them, yeah, you know what, for this guy, I was able to get X amount of people in their store within the first month or whatever, and you'll be able to start to grow off that. I think that's...
Okay, well, to that, I'd say, because I'm not the kind of guy that walks in door, I'm one of the laziest people you'll ever meet, right? I'm all mental ability, not physical ability. Like, if me and Hayden get in a fight, yeah, I'm gonna be one punch KO. Like, I'm gonna die in one punch because I know he practices in gym and all that stuff. So, like, for me, I wouldn't walk in a store and do something. That's personal preferences, right? I've been better doing Facebook ads and whatnot to landing pages and converting people through a complex sales funnel. But if you're gonna be the type of guy that walks in the door, yeah, I'd say make an audit. Right now, it's not that hard. Just open up his Facebook, his Instagram if he has one, his Snapchat. God forbid he has one, because apparently it's taboo nowadays. Nobody want to make it, but it's one of the most engaged networks nowadays. Just open it and make an audit. Right now, there's a crap ton of tools out there that makes you Google the word social audit, you'll see 7 to 12 websites that will make a perfect audit for you. It's gonna be like so simple and easy to read. Like, you can get an outsider.
So pretty much
you can get a college girl and she'll read it, she'll understand it. It's everything not that hard, because it's like he gets an average comments of 1 per 5 posts. So obviously you need to make more engaging comments. He gets a like every image, like 1 like. That's stupid. We need to get more. There's you can get an audit and walk in the door and go like this. Okay, so you are but never insult his baby. You know, never go like, dude, you're retarded social media wise. He's gonna kill you on the spot. Like, that's it, right? Because that's his baby. That's my business. That's my blood, sweat, and tears. I've been working on this all damn day long, and you just came in and called my business a retard.
Yeah.
Thank you. Get the fuck out. End of story. So you have to be a little bit polite when you go about this. So like, I took the liberty to make an audit because I am serious about working with my clients and how I select them. Make yourself the prize here and not the commodity, right? If you go the commodity route, which is a grand per month and I'll do whatever for you, he's gonna go what I like to call cafeteria shopping. Cafeteria shopping is, what do you have for $5?
Yeah.
That's it, right? He's not gonna go like, give me something that's like $500.
Yeah.
Just give me something. Like, he's gonna go cafeteria shopping. So don't put yourself in that spot. Go in prepared. You have your audits, you have your plan like we talked about, and go in like, we can put in and give him value. And let me tell you something. If you give him value and you think like he's gonna execute on it, good luck with that, right?
Yeah.
I've told a client my exact, down to the detail of specifics. I even gave him the templates, the email templates. I did everything in the sales call. And 2 days later, he calls me. He's like, okay, let's sign the deal. Now, he didn't try to do it himself.
Yeah.
He didn't try to understand how to do it himself. He doesn't give a shit, right? Simply, I run people. That's my job, right?
Yeah,
if
a lot of
I'm
people
gonna hire
have
a guy,
this.
I'm going to get the guy that made the audit.
A lot of people have this concern because a lot of people think if I bring them value, they're just going to take what I told them and actually go execute it. Because
no.
I know, and they never do. I know for a fact that a lot of times you can tell them exactly what to do. Say, you know what, post every day, and within a week of them posting every day, they're going to be like, wow, this is a lot of work. I need somebody else to do this, and that's about
They
it.
will not post anything. They will, if they keep it up for like 5 days, that's a fucking achievement for them, right? Now I'm in this for the long haul, right? And you can sell it as a technical item, but I wouldn't. It's just normally not the route I take. I'm more of the guy, like, I'm the guy you hire to do X.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go into specifics on how we do it. I'm just the guy. But you can go like, I will increase your engagement. I will put X, Y, and Z. I will get 20 more comments per image. I will, and all that stuff. You can go technical on it, but just, it's not the way I'd go.
Yeah. So I've got 2 questions on here that keep popping up, and I'm just going to start with the first one. I'll get to the second one in a second. But the first one was, how are you able to track customers that you bring in? And I'm going to put my 2 cents on this one. For me,
Sure.
Right off the bat, if you want to track, for example, I use restaurants as an example because it's pretty easy. If you want to track restaurant sales, first of all, generally restaurants are going to know about on what days people are coming in. They know about how many people are in. They know if there's busy days, whatever. But one of the things that you can do is provide either a giveaway and see how many people opt into it. You could do coupons. I know that, like you said, you're not a huge fan of coupons, so you feel like a lot of people don't even use them. So how about it? Would you go about then tracking if a restaurant owner just said, you know what, I want to see what the ROI on this is. You can show me exactly how many people you brought in besides likes, because let's just say they don't. At the end of the day, they don't give a shit about how many people liked it, whatever. So let's say that when it comes to tracking it, how would you track it?
Okay, there is an abundance of software that would do call tracking, for example. But I'm really fancy when it comes to that stuff because I'm actually a pretty hardcore gamer, right? So like, I opt in to work 4 hours a day, not because of some superstitious stuff that I'm lazy and all that. It's just I love playing, right? And I'm making north of $500,000 a year. I'm fine with that money. In Egypt, I'm a king here, right? I don't need that much money to live here. So I only work 4 hours a day. I play the rest. So playing a lot, I've really interacted with the gaming community, and there's a cool way to track your coupons. Instead of going like, print this, come with this thing. Yeah. You can go the way of the secret keyword, right? So for example, let's say you make I like to do this when I do restaurants back in the day. So I make a campaign, you guys should play the contest with me, right? So they'll answer their most 5 easiest questions. There'll be 7 questions to choose from. They can answer 5 and they would win, whatever, or 7 to get a higher chance. They would answer the questions of when do you get off work? How many times per week do you go to a dining house or restaurant, whatever. I need to get an info of how heavy of a client he is, because if he's a heavy hitter, I'm going to get his information, I'm going to target him. Otherwise, to get him into multiple events that the restaurant have, that's more revenue for me. Like, I track all these stuff. But to get them to the restaurant, I go like, when they win, when I give them the coupon, instead of saying print this, I go like, the keyword is, and I give them something really funny, like lolly tart on a Sunday. That's
so pretty much instead of doing a print off coupon, just say when you come into the restaurant, just say
the secret keyword, and I get the restaurant owner to tell all his staff and waiter staff, and if somebody tells you the keyword and they phrase it like that, they make it like a cult, I'm really big on that stuff. So he whispers in the waiter, he's lollipop tart on a Sunday, and he goes like, oh, you got a 50% discount, my man, I'll get the stuff right now. And they feel included, they feel communitized, right? That's the feeling you want to give your clients when they go in. Now, one more tip, if you can do this, you will get, I don't want to say 100% more revenue, but to me it was, because just I'm a good marketer, which is when a customer goes in the door, tell that to your client, do whatever you have to do to get his information. His information as in his name, email, and if you can hit phone number, that would be super, But why would you do this? Because when it's his birthday, right? We're gonna give him an offer, like $100 come in here, we'll make a teeny party for you. Like a cake for like 4 people, 5 people, bring your family, bring your friends, it's gonna be fun. And it's not like the friends are gonna eat the cake only. Each of them are gonna order drinks, are gonna order appetizers. That's a ton to the bottom line. And for me, as a revenue share or royalty share in the restaurant, I want the restaurant to make as much money as possible. Right? Now we've scaled the restaurant from 30K monthly to, I think it was 180K in 7.5 months-ish when we reached that milestone, just off these stuff, right? Giving free stuff away. You know how much it cost us to give away a free Sunday just to get the client's name, email, and address? It was like so it was like $1.20. Now, let me tell you something. If you watched all of, let's say, Tyler Lopez's social media marketing agency program, and you saw the Facebook ads bid from it, and you saw that CPL, the cost per lead, you're talking $3 plus to get one client. And he's not that engaged as a guy that just got in, he tasted the food, he got a free Sunday, he felt really good, really included. That's a better lead than getting off Facebook. Now, I'm not hating on Facebook. 100% of my clients are on Facebook. But make them feel included. The second they walk in the door, kiss ass to the max. Not even kidding. So, get his data, get his information.
So going back to answering this whole question, we went off track there. So what we're saying is
Right.
when you're looking to get new clients and you want to be able to, when you're tracking your clients, the best, easiest way for like a restaurant or something is simply just using a keyword. So that way they can kind of track how many people came in and used that word or...
Exactly, the secret keyword.
So that's one way of doing it. We've got questions on here now about, there's a couple of different ones. And one of them is strictly about the program itself, which I guess did you even look at Ty's program at all?
Oh yeah.
No. You went through it?
I got invited.
Okay.
I actually went in for free.
So I'm gonna go ahead and answer this one then as well, because people asked with that program, what did he ask? He said, he asked if it was worth it. I just want to know. Let me see. Is this program? Blah blah blah. They want to know if the program's worth it. If it's okay, here it is. He wants to know whether or not it's worth buying. A very smart guy that I know used to be a professor and published a book on philosophy, and he said, and it cut off there. His program won't give me any special information that I can't do without a little research, work online for a little from a little college. So I agree to a point that the information provided is not something that you cannot find out on your own, but one thing is that a lot of people don't know what to look up. If you want to start this whole thing, if you want to start doing social media marketing, one thing that people don't know is what they're even going to look up. And so I would recommend, if somebody was like looking into wanting to buy a course, what I recommend is, I think that everybody should be, if you're looking into doing something, I think that you should constantly be learning, doing all the different courses that you can do. I think a lot of people are just like, I want to know if I spend $1,000 on this course, am I going to get that $1,000 back immediately? That's kind of the main thing that people get worried about. They want to know that they're going to get an ROI as soon as possible, because for a lot of people, like obviously
Right.
$1,000 can be a lot of money. So what is, I guess I'll give them all my intake. I personally believe that yes, you can learn everything in that program from external sources doing a lot of research. It'll take you longer. You don't necessarily know what you're looking up. You will get all the information out of it eventually. But if you're looking for something that's step by step by step, then that's one way of going about it. I do believe that. I personally never stopped there. And I know that you never did either. There's so much to do with marketing that people don't understand. People will get into this and think that's just, okay, so I just post some stuff on Facebook and you're good to go. It's not quite how it goes. There's so much more when it comes to marketing. It's so much further in depth than people really think. So once I got into it, I started learning all this. I started going a whole different track. Besides just social media, I had to learn all about the marketing side of things, how you do proper marketing, sales leads, sales funnels, email marketing. Like, it goes way more in depth than that. So just on your take, you looked over the course. What would be your take on it? I know that you've done thousands of courses. Literally, your hard drive.
I showed you my collection.
Yeah, your hard drive is full of thousands of courses. So you've got knowledge that I can only imagine. What is your take then on that course in general?
Okay, so in terms of technicality and all that fancy stuff, it's a beginner's course. It's a really beginner's course. Like, he didn't even scratch the surface on the Facebook ads, because we use those for literally everything and above, right? And most of all, retargeting. Like, I love retargeting personally, and I don't think he went into it, or if he did, it was one module. He didn't even get into the details, because retargeting is somebody who went to your site or to your location, whatever, and saw all your stuff. Now he knows you. It's just, for whatever reason, he went away without taking the action you want him to take. Yeah. Now, the chance of me converting that dude into a client is like 400% more than getting a new cold client and going through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Why would I go away? Target that guy that just came in and ran out. It's like you're sending the waiter staff. God, get me that dude. That's all you need to do. And it's like 7 times cheaper. Just mind blown that they didn't even go into it. So in terms of price, yes, it's a decent price. $1,000 is really not that much, depending on the ROI, because one of the most things you guys are thinking about is something called direct response. Direct response is a type of marketing and it's actually a lifestyle at this point. I spend $1 in, I want 2 out. It's that simple in your head. I spend $1 in ads. If I don't get $2 in return, that's a failure of an ad. Mm-hmm. Now, that's not true, because I've shown here before. We made ads. It actually went in the red. It cost us $5,000 negative. And after it was all said and done, we got some leads. But it was all negative. We were losing money. Now, these leads, when we made a proper campaign to them and took them through a proper sales funnel, we netted around $27,000. That's a good-ass lead, right? Now, you wouldn't have known that without knowing the proper marketing knowledge and all that, but that's what experience comes in. So, about the courses and whatnot. When you get money, from a job, from a self-employed career, from clients, whatever, when you do get money, I'm not going to go into financial planning because I really hate those guys, really annoying accountants. But they do have a point in terms of allocating your money, right? So split it up. Like, for example, 10%, 50%, whatever, that's rent, bills, food, and maybe 5 days out of months going out with the girlfriend or the lady or whatever.
Okay, so you're telling them to pretty much to split it in.
10% savings in the bank, yeah, and 10% or 20% for your self-development and business development. That's courses, that's consulting, that's coaching. Coaching is highly important. I wouldn't even stress enough how much coaching is. Like, there's a guy named Frank Kern. We paid him north of $50K at this point in a year, right? Just to coach us, me and a group of friends of mine, on how to do stuff, because he's arguably one of the highest paid consultants ever. Like, he gets $10,000, I think, a week. I managed to get it a month after a year, right? But he gets it a week-ish from one dude, right? Mm-hmm. So he's like a model to us. But for me to know the model of how to do that, how did you take him through the sales funnel? Did you make a small offer or a big offer up front? Did you tell him work for you for free? How did you go about it, right? I paid him money. That's information. Yes, I could have gotten it for free, but I would have to test a shit ton of metrics and a lot of stuff and a lot of things that could go wrong. I can just pay to shortcut. Right? So that's the only time I'll tell you can pay to win. That's it.
So let's just sum it all up then. Overall, you believe that for the price of this course, let's just make it nice and plain simple, because I know this person, I'm sure this wants to get.
It was worth it, because if you got like one client, you paid it off.
Okay, and so there you go.
I believe you did have enough value to get at least 5 or 7 clients in the area, so overall it was a good ROI.
Okay, so right there, guys, if you're interested in that course, we both believe, I think we're on the same page with this. Yes, it's a good investment. Is that where you need to stop though? Not at all. Once you start doing it, sure, go get some clients, go start doing it, but then immediately start investing all that money you're making into either more courses or learning, or just spend all your time. Like, I personally spend.
Hey, let me put a small point here before I forget it, because I'm probably gonna forget it. You guys need to put yourself, your actual, like, I'm Michael. You need to put yourself as a character in a game, walking through levels, right? So level 1, I entered the industry, right? You're like, just like in a game, like I'm a warrior, I'm a magician, I'm a whatever, so you just put yourself in the industry. Now I'm a social media marketer. Now you just got in, I'm a marketer generally. That's the industry. Now what do I need more? I need to improve my sales skill. I go to do like Grant Cardone, or there's a ton of people on sales, or watch us, or people like us who do sales calls regularly and just siphon their experience. We're gonna give it up for free. Why we need followers? We need people to talk to. That's how we function.
Yeah. So
now, when you learn sales, you're gonna learn how to make landing pages, and then from landing pages to sales funnels, and you just keep grading up. So never stop at like, I do social media marketing, and stop. Like, that's stupid. You need to scale it up. Your sales skills I'd argue right now at like 8 out of 10 people watching this right now, their sales skills need to be improved ridiculously high at like minor points, right? You need to have some phrases that you say to a client. They will close the deal not instantly, but a whole lot easier. It's just remember, you guys, when you heard somebody said you said all the right words? That's what I mean. There are some words that are losing. That's all. Instead of going all red flags on somebody and saying all the wrong stuff, like, I will give you 10,000 leads, you just die inside. Like, one of you guys, if you have like a fraction of a brain and going up, you will never go to the guy that says weird money-making device that will make you $2,000 laying in your underwear on the bed on a Sunday night.
Yeah.
What the I would run away so fast from that, right? Because when you attract a whale who will pay you 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, whatever a month, don't use a minnow bait, right? That's the thing. When you use this bait, that's not going to attract a whale. Yeah. You need to use this bait. That's all I'm saying. So it's all about, it's like fishing.
So
put out the good stuff that would attract the good people.
So on that topic, then I got a question on here after that. Where people want to know, where is it that these guys can find the proper knowledge and proper courses for this? They want to know where they're finding this, the good material. How do you define what's something that's good versus something that's a scam? How do you know what you're putting your money into? I'm just going to go over some free content real quickly for everyone who's watching that I personally use. For one, YouTube is huge for anyone who's on there. You can get a ton of free content on there. Anyone who's just browsing, just don't waste your time watching whatever videos. If you're going to spend your time online,
yeah, the cat videos on Taylor Swift. Oh god,
exactly.
What a waste of time.
Spend your time actually doing research and looking up marketing. There's a ton of people. They might not be the most exciting, but you're going to get a ton of knowledge from it. And then on top of that, I personally am a huge fan of podcasts because I do a lot of driving. So a lot of my time, I just did a video. If you guys want to go check it out, links in my on my Instagram page bio on the top 5 podcasts, or it's actually top 7 I did that I personally listen to. Podcasts are huge for just random knowledge that you would never think to listen to, you would never think to look up, and that's the main thing. But when it comes to courses, though, we'll get back into it. When it comes to courses, where is it that you think people should be finding their courses to purchase, or how do they know which ones are good?
Yep, easy there.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, I'd go the route of trust, right? Now, not trust as in somebody who can show you results. I can do that. I can show you right now a page. I showed Hayden before. I showed a page of me getting one payment of $27,000 as a royalty from a restaurant on a campaign we made. That's net. That I can send 100% of that. I mean, I don't pay taxes here, right? So I can send 100% of that to my bank account and go buy a new car. Tomorrow, done deal, right? But that's not how people pick, right? If you look at the sales video, I can show you results and I can say I'm the best. Why the fuck would you believe me? The best people will give you value first. Mm-hmm. That's something I'd say. In other words, if I tell you right now, right, that I make an ad for this agency, right, and this agency are in contract with me, and I'm getting a part of the money that I'm making instead of a monthly revenue, and I show you not statistics and all that, but I'm showing you people in the fucking agency standing, money or credit card on hand, and filling out the forms.
Yeah.
That's achievement. That's what you want to see for yourself. If my words make sense to you in actual 1 to 3 manner steps, go with it. Let me show you an example. One of the best ads I made to this day that we made a magnitude of money for it was for a what do you call it? I forgot. It's the health and fitness clinic. All I did is I called the doctor. Who is your best customer? Who is the guy who will pay your money down, who will not talk to you, who will not annoy you, keep on the phone, all that stuff. Just the best, the easiest clients, the highest paying clients you ever dealt with. So he went like mommies with chubby kids. Like hear this out, you're gonna love this, right? Okay. Mommies with chubby kids, right? We made an ad. Look, we're not gonna target chubby kids on Facebook. We can't do that. The kids are like 5, 7 years old. We're not gonna find them easy. And if we did, we're not gonna. They're not the shot callers, so we targeted the moms. When you see an ad of a baby with fat cheeks and all, not a baby, just a kid, fat cheeks and all that, and asking his mom, it's like, Mom, my friends called me fat. 3 dots. Am I really that fat? This ad, dude, this guy, I don't know, like 50 moms a day showing up to this clinic, paying like, I think it was $6,000 or something like that for a fitness program.
Wow.
That mom to go there costed me $4-ish. And so, I thought that was too much.
I think we didn't. I think we completely kind of went off and almost skipped the question here. Program-wise, what is it? What program should people be buying? What is like a baseline of programs? Are reputable sources to find programs that people should be purchasing if they're looking to gain their knowledge?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying.
Yeah.
I didn't maybe clarify it as much.
Yeah.
Look for people who deliver results in a knowledgeable kind of way. Something that makes sense to you, right? When you look at this, I see how this works. We buy shit from China, we put it to Amazon, it sells. It's 1, 2, 3, it's simple, easy, right? There's no, I'll teach you the secret nobody knows about, guru, top of the mountain guy, who I spent with the monks 20,000 years train this, and they would beat me with sticks until I learned it. You don't want that guy. But
Yeah.
you want the guy who will tell you the exact layout of what he's doing to generate this much money.
Okay, so stay away.
That's
Pretty
it.
much, stay away from anybody who's like, I'm gonna make you be able to
Hype.
make X amount of
That's a good
money
way to put it,
from
yeah.
home.
Stay away from-
Okay, and just say
Hype.
like So look for somebody who's gonna say, I'm gonna teach you how it is that to generate revenue through email marketing. Instead of saying, this is how you're gonna make 20K from your bed on your phone, not ever need to leave your house.
I've never ever bought a course from these people.
Okay.
Even if I bought one, like nothing.
Gotcha. So stay away from those people. I was told I need to smile more on here, so I'll be sure to do that. Okay. I got a few program questions. One guy.
So until you find one, I just want to mention something to the young kids because it's just gonna be good to them in like 10 seconds. Find somebody to work with. You'll never, ever reach the top by yourself. Try to find somebody who went to the top by himself. There is none whatsoever. They all need partners. They all need friends. They all need a network. So I suggest find a coach or a mentor. A mentor is extremely expensive. Like for me to get a mentor at this point, I need to pay 100 grand plus a year. That's of course off the table to maybe 9 out of 10 of you, or maybe 9.9 out of 10 of you. Practically 2 of the people watching this maybe can afford a mentor, but he will cut through the heaps of stupidity when you're trying to make your way to the top, right? He'll tell you exactly 1, 2, 3, money. Cut all the noise, cut all the stuff. So find a mentor. Even if you work for free, maybe that's like, for example, Hayden, he'd be interested in something like that. If he get an intern, right, somebody to help him with a load of stuff, he'll depart his knowledge onto him as a payment.
And I've
That's a
even
good
done
way
that.
to go.
I've even done that before for somebody who wanted some of my help, and they offered their services. Like I said, we even brought that up earlier. Alfred, who did my Instagram on our business media, who's actually now too busy to be able to do that. Alfred actually just messaged me this week. It's like man, like I guess he's got new clients, he's got other things he's going on, so he's like, I can't do it from now on, and that's fine. Like we had our things. Like he did that for free for 3 months, posting every single day, and that's something that I'm so grateful for. But we had a question here. We kind of touched on this earlier. Somebody asked, when it comes to outsourcing, because you said even for the first client, when it comes to outsourcing, do you believe that you should outsource for a first client if you don't really know exactly what you're doing, and how much should you be outsourcing?
I've done this personally, like on a personal level, I've done this, but not in terms of social media marketing. I've done this when I was a kid, starting off. I needed to make money off the internet because I hate working in the 9-to-5 world, right? Because that's slavery. Put it any way fancy you like it, corporate suit, that's slavery, right? Selling your time every day of your week to a dude and then getting food at the end of the month, that's slavery. I don't care how you put it. So I wanted to make money off the internet, a promise of the internet, the dream, to just work from your home and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So my first, I think, money was, I went around Craigslist. I saw guys saying, I'll give $300 for somebody to make a logo. Now that's before 99 designs and Fiverr and all that, crap.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'll make a logo for you. Now keep in mind, I've never owned a Photoshop copy. I've never owned the Illustrator. I don't know shit about design. But I said, okay, he sent me the money. I went to a local photography house, something like that. It's just a local photographer, but he was really good with Illustrator. Yeah. I gave him the specs. He made it. I sent it to the client. He was like, can you make it red? I was like, make it red for him. Let's get this done with, He made it red. It's like, how much would you want to pay? I was like, $15. I was like, dude, I got $250 and I only spent $15 on outsourcing. Here you go, $20. Just it's all me, dude. Just enjoy.
So pretty much.
I kept the rest of the $230.
So pretty much you say that
you can outsource everything.
Yeah. Do you?
It's all about how you can convince the client that you can know. So know enough to sell it. You just don't need to know the techniques,
and that's the thing.
But know enough to sell it.
I'll tell guys right now. Listen, guys. To be completely honest, when it comes to this, I got some questions on here saying like, how much are you making? How much time a week are you spending on it? When it comes down to it, it's really about how much you're able to outsource and how much knowledge you have on it. So you can't spend every single day making websites if that's not what you're good at. You can't be making a website because it's going to take you 50 hours to make a website when it would take an expert 10 minutes to do it, or an hour,
minutes.
2 hours to do it. Exactly, minutes to do it, and you took you so much longer. It's not as good. It's not as professional, and there might be things that you don't know about it. So like you said, know enough to sell it. You don't need to know everything, especially web design. There's so much, like when you start going into web design, there's tons of avenues it goes into that you have no clue on. And it's the same with marketing. Like, you might be a great marketer, you may be great at sales, but you have not a clue how to design a website, or you suck at being creative. It's about knowing the right people to outsource it to, and a lot of people asking, like, you know,
Right.
where to outsource it from. Obviously, there's things like we've even mentioned Fiverr if you want a logo. Like, there's
Oh yeah.
like there's tons of different websites that you can outsource.
There's too many people out there at this point.
Exactly. There is.
But like, I'll tell you something. Evaluate your time. Like,
Yeah,
if you guys
exactly.
have seen Shark Tank, it's all about the valuation of the company. Consider yourself, your time. That's a company. That's you. You're building yourself up to the point of making billions, hopefully, like in the future. So evaluate your time. So for me, when my mom goes about like, I want you to clean this house. You're in your home. You're not doing shit. Yes, you're making money, but like, I don't see you effective in the household. You know.
Yeah.
I value my time. If I spend 2 hours cleaning the house, I'm killing 2 hours of my time. So I'd much rather give a call to some friends. I show up with 10 guys at the house. Guys, I want this place scrubbed clean. I'll pay each of you like $100, which is a big deal in Egypt. I'll pay each of you $100 if you can just get this done, right? These guys worked tooth and nail to clean the house. Mom came back, house is cleaned. Just good job. That's all it is. I value my time more than my money. Why? My time is worth much, much, much more than I would have, spent on these guys. So just evaluate your time. If this is something that's good for you, yes, do it, right?
Yeah.
Like, I would never outsource consulting. Nobody will do it better than me. That's one. Second of all, nobody will, like, I don't have anything to do more valuable than that.
Yeah.
Like, so why? Instead of whatever task I was outsourcing it for, I'll keep the highest thing for myself. I'll outsource everything else.
I agree.
It's like arbitrage. It's just like arbitrage.
Yep. I agree
Arbitrage.
completely. They asked, what is a good price to be paying when it comes to outsourcing a website? And just to touch on this, because that's a very broad when it comes to websites, because you can be talking about a website that has video content and an e-commerce store. If you're looking for, let's say, I love using restaurants as just an easy one because it's so simple, everyone understands.
Yeah.
So if you're making a website for a restaurant, likely all you're going to do is put up a menu of the items, probably a location and a little bio, and maybe a video about them. Correct? That's probably all you need on a website.
Right, yeah, that's about only maybe about Google Map at the end. That's
exactly.
Like $15 extra. Yeah, that's
so.
nothing.
For something like that, what would you say if you were going to outsource it? How much do you think that they should be paying for that? Because people are wondering, like, they don't want to get ripped off. So for a simple
about
website,
outsourcing, I give you guys a tip because you 100% of you, I'm certain that even Hayden would almost fell into that trap before, which is when you hire a developer, there is so many things that could go wrong, right? Like when we were making a sales funnel for our client, we hired a developer. He made the site has a code that all the leads that go in gets copied and sent to his server as well. He was literally siphoning off our leads and selling to other restaurants. What the fuck, right? And if he was a really annoying dude, he wouldn't even let you have the leads. He would have just converted all of them to his own server and not even give you a copy and just blame it on the marketer. He's not giving you leads.
Yeah.
There's so many things that can go wrong, so many hacks that could happen. He could leverage a site with a trap. It's awful. So have a dude that you trust, and he is your, like I said, quote unquote guy. Right?
So then how is it that, so a lot of people don't have that guy. A lot of people don't. So what would you personally...
A referral. Like maybe me and you will search for people that will willing to work, and we'll leave it on the comments or whatever.
Because I know I've got some guys from websites that I've had a good...
Right.
Yeah.
But like mine gets paid a ton of money because he does advanced work, so he's not gonna be suitable for beginners. Mm-hmm. So for me, I pay him like $5,000 to make a site, but it's just so ridiculously advanced in terms of multi-level funnels.
Yeah.
Like I've shown him in one. It was a 17-step funnel. Like the client needs to go through 17 steps. That's gonna take a ton of work.
Yeah.
Right? But like a simple site, I think it's fair to pay anywhere from $400 to $700 for a decent guy.
For a
like
decent
I say,
guy.
so like,
okay, because
don't pay for. Like I'm not hating on the Indian dudes. I have a ton of Indian friends, but don't pay a guy that you don't trust because don't go cafeteria shopping like we said earlier. Cafeteria shopping is the worst thing you can do ever. Period. Right? So pick quality over price because the client is gonna bitch slap you even if you're doing some kick-ass marketing. If the site goes down 24 hours in a row, you're gonna get some hate mail.
Yeah.
Look, trust me on that one. I've got clients that are best friends with me, and they gave me hate mail the second that site went down.
Yeah.
Don't put yourself in a shitty situation to save a couple $100.
Fair. So, to answer everybody, I would say that for a simple site, you can do it yourself if you really want to. If it was super simple, you just needed something, you can. If you're good at it, do a lot of research. But if you want to pay somebody for it, you're looking around like $500, which again, you gotta remember, that's pretty much a one-time thing when it comes to doing it for a restaurant. Simple updates here and there. And if you're going to do it professionally, if you're getting $1,000 a month, let's say you spend $500 of that on their website first thing, or you tell them, you can tell them, like, obviously for me, the $1,000, a lot of people have this question, the $1,000 a month is my time. Everything on top of that is extra. Everything on top. When it comes to a website, everything, so I'm just going to answer that question real quick.
That's the cherry on the top. That's all you need.
Exactly. So you then tell them, okay, listen, for this month, if you want a website, it's going to cost you, this month will be $1,500, but we can drop it down next month because the $500 is for the website. So whatever it may be, like, you got to explain to them and tell them exactly what it is that you are going to be doing for them. And tell them the price.
It's all about clarity. Like, people will pay for clarity, all right? Not technical. Don't, please, for the love of God, none of you, please, I'm begging you, don't ever go to a client and explain technicalities. It's not that
it's not
he will
worth
steal it from you. It's that he will just get so annoyed.
Exactly. It's not worth it.
I can't even explain how annoyed he would be.
Yeah, it's not worth it to explain technicalities to them. Like, they're going to ask you how you're going to do it, and you're just going to say, listen, give them a general of it, just be like, okay, I'm going to be able to generate this many leads. I'm going to use this, and this is how I'm going to do it. But they're not going to understand the depth of it. They're not going to understand sales funnel. They're not going to understand the clickbait that you're doing. They're not going to understand a lot of things. So it's just easier just to kind of say, whatever. It's just pretty much tell them what you're going to do, and then you know exactly how you're going to do it, or that you're going to outsource it. But they don't need to know to that point exactly what you're doing behind the scenes. Let me see.
Just give them the gist.
Exactly.
Tell them, I'll give you the gist and give them the end report. That's all you need.
What's Up Entrepreneurs says, how good is Fiverr? And he wants me to use Periscope next time as well. But first time live stream,
you just
man.
go around, buy like a 5 or 10 used phones and just on all streams, just
yeah, I know. I literally need
Periscope.
exactly. I should get like 5 old iPhones and then have it on Facebook, Instagram, everything. Get everything going at once. But I don't think
go on.
I'm at Kayla's house right now. I don't think the internet would handle that. But anyway, how good is Fiverr? I personally am a huge fan of Fiverr. Personally, you can, because the best part about it is one thing I love about Fiverr and Upwork is they have recommended, like, you have reviews from people. You've got a ton of reviews. You can choose if you want to spend a little bit extra for somebody who's much more experienced, has much more time on there, versus somebody who is just starting off. So I personally am a huge fan of Fiverr, and I am of Upwork too, because I can get to see exactly how many people have reviewed it, how long they've been on there and everything. We've got 2 minutes remaining. Instagram Live, apparently, you're only allowed to do it for an hour. It's telling me we've got 2 minutes more remaining.
It's just like telling to move on.
Yeah,
YouTube.
It's pretty much telling you to shut up. So, and I think an hour is a long enough time anyway, so we are going to wrap this up, guys. Adam says that you need to slow down.
Doug, we got too much to give.
talking to you, not me.
Mate,
let's see. God damn it. Quentin tells me to smile. Okay, this guy, your future, I've got that 3 times now. Your future media says, do sales funnels consist of email marketing? Because on the course, that's the only one that they talk about. And no, sales funnels are everywhere. You don't even know it. You honestly don't even know when you're in a sales funnel. It is not just email marketing. Sales funnels come from landing pages. They come from the moment you click on a site. Click on the Instagram ad, which is going to then take you to a site, which then goes from that site. And then even me, guys, I've done sales funnels before, and you don't want to make it seem very sales funnel-y. They shouldn't really be able to know that you're in there, but the fact is that no, it does not just come from email marketing, and I'm going to be doing a lot more in depth on sales funnels in the future, because I think that's something that, again, is not touched in the course at all, and it's probably one of the most important things. We got 30 seconds left. What we're going to go ahead and do is if you had, I always end my podcast with this, if you have one tip, you got 20 seconds for entrepreneurs starting off, what would it be?
look for coaches or a mentor if you can afford one. This is the best tip I can give you. You're gonna find a ton of hard stuff in your life.
Perfect.
This will certainly cut through the noise.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you again. This will all be on my YouTube channel if you want to watch it again. Boom. Now, guys, Instagram Live is done. Everyone watching on YouTube, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I want to thank our special guest, which a lot of people were asking where they can find you at, and you actually don't have a YouTube channel or anything right now.
I play on the table.
Yeah,
like I work 4 hours a day. I don't need more clients. But I think they can email me. I'll take questions if they want. My email is.
We'll put it in the
Should I give
description.
my email?
We'll put it in the description.
We'll
put whatever in the description. Guys, I want to thank everybody so much for taking the time to watch this. I know it was an hour long, pretty long video, but a lot of content was covered here, and I wanted to do this more often. Maybe we'll try and make it a weekly thing or something every 2 weeks, whatever we were able to do. We're going to try and make it a lot more often because you guys have a lot of questions, a lot of good questions that, you know, I wouldn't think to answer on my own YouTube channel or something that I can't put time and effort into. So, thank you everybody who is watching. Thank you. You're over actually this way for me. Thank you to our guests.
I want to say one more thing. If you guys really like the info we put, comment on this video to Hayden. Tell him bring back Mike.
There you go. Comment hashtag bring back Mike. that is going to be the hashtag going on. Again, guys, thank you so much. I'm going to stop the stream now, and I will see you guys tomorrow.